boat with very little dock rash or dings. Extremely little for 950 pounds. It has a dockside marine air conditioner that I'll sell for $2,000. Probably have over 3 in it, and it uses lake water and have a hose going down 25 feet to get cool lake water, and that's what it runs on. And it's a reverse where it can do heat or cold, and it's 16,000 BTU, so it's pretty powerful. It gets almost too cold in there. The hoses come out and can be replaced with these, so they just pull up and out, and this drops back in, and then it's just ventilated. You can put the hoses away for the winter or whatever. They stow in the other box on the other side. Has a Bomar hatch here to check the oil, so you don't have to lift the big hatches out. It makes it a breeze to check the oil. And a nice LED light right there. The light switch is right there, and it just makes it a piece of cake to change the oil or look at it, whatever you want to do. And also I put in a red indicator. If the engine room light is still on, it'll let you know. Here's the two cockpit hatches. They're heavy duty safety glass material, and they open and close, and you can also, both sides have a snap-in canvas like that as well. And I made also 2 air deflectors that really help on a real hot day, help push that air inside the cockpit here, and along with a good ample sliding glass windows too, so you can let a lot of air through here, big time, and not much sun really to speak of. Oh yeah, and then rod holders up here, and then a ram mount for mounting an iPad or whatever device you want, GPS. And then the rod holder is enough for 4 rods. Here's a little Magma grill for grilling out, and it also swings in and out, so you can swing it back to load it up and swing her back out to cook. And then that table there, it stows right beside the cooler, and it's one pin takes it out, and it's a nice fillet table or prep table. So we also put a extra wide swim platform on it when we bought it. I think it added 3 to 4 feet, and also it has a ladder in the middle of it, and anchor storage. So that's a rear anchor, and we have a front anchor as well, which is really good for staying out all night. You sleep better with 2 anchors out for sure. This is a pull-out shower that has about 5 feet all the way up to the red tape there, but it's enough to stand up and shower back here, and it's hot and cold. Here's the engine room. Starting from the left, there's the hot water tank, hot water heater, and battery number 2. And it's got dual 2000 bilge pumps, and it also has dual 250 CFM blowers, along with dual batteries and lots of LED lighting. And the battery chargers right there, state-of-the-art AGM battery chargers. The motor's a 454 fuel injected. Does really good for this boat. That's the shower pump over there, and it has a whole house water filter right there. And a fire suppression system. Here's the cockpit area. It has snap-in, snap-out carpet, and a nice Bomar hatch to be able to check the oil. And look in the engine room. Self-bailing cockpit, so you can just dump water up here and it'll just run right out the back. The snap-in, snap-out carpet makes it really a breeze to clean. We have a ski jacket storage right here, and it's pretty deep, and there's 4 of them in there currently. And it's watertight to make it easy to get to. Has all the basic instruments plus a fuel flow and a auto fume detector, I guess, as well. I have a dimmer on the lights because at night it's pretty bright, so it's pretty nice to be able to dim those down. There's the fuel flow. It has a fuel flow and totalizer as well, and you can reset it as well to go back to 0. Here's the automatic bow light, and it rotates. And fire system. This is the remote stereo, so we can turn up the volume from here. And a little color Garmin GPS. This is the helm. Down below, I forgot to point out, we have a CO2 detector there, and a binocular holder there, and a fire extinguisher. And one other nice feature of this boat, standing up on the floor of the driver's seat, you can stand up, and your visibility is very, very good, unencumbered all the way around. There's the deflectors, very thick safety glass up on top. There's the switch for the trim tabs, and that means two red lights on top means everything's good to go. Then you can lower them down. And that far down is actually for the trolling motors. And this is the joystick for them. And you have a battery button. You can just push the battery button. It tells you how good your batteries are. And I can raise and lower the trim tabs here as well. And then whatever you do, you can just full forward, full reverse, full left, full right. And it's all digitally controlled to where the farther you go, the more RPM you get. And when you go straight on the side stick like that, one is in full forward and one is in full reverse. And the boat will pivot on its own length at that point. Very, very, very nice little joystick. It'll only go about 2 miles an hour, but nice quiet ride, and just nice to be on battery power as well. Everywhere in red or white combination. take my shoes off. Just having a hard time finding us in the dock. And here's the electrical panel. Jensen stereo with open face for loading CDs. And the remote outside. All the closets are lit too with these push button lights to make it nice at night. And here's the mid cabin. Big storage area back there as well. Almost a queen. The inverter is here. Nothing in here but battery switches that go to the inverter batteries up front. And storage. Magma grill goes in there. And under the sink storage as well. Moving up to the V-berth, we got a reading light on each side. And this is the anchor storage, and you can put a lot of other things in here as well. And a nice little galley, complete with everything. Small fridge. And you can make ice in it. It's frozen there. Works well, always has. Microwave. Coffee pot I'll leave with it because it fits real well there. We even have a 12-volt camera system that's motion right there, and it just aims out the door while they're both locked up just to catch any intruder. Just storage for canned goods or whatever. Fairly ample. Has a stove, and we've used it. It's an alcohol stove as well, and we never have used that, and probably never will. Underneath the front here is a big storage, and this is where the batteries are. So those are the two on top, are the two inverter batteries, and the one on the bottom and the one on the bottom over here are inverter batteries as well. And it's storage is big enough where I can get in there and work and lay down. Has another small door on the around the other side, but tons of storage up here. And again, lit with a push button light. It also has a bug screen for the hatch above. And a mosquito net that goes over the outside as well. Fair storage in here. And the head. The head has storage as well. Both sides. Not that much, typical. I put a storage door back here, but never did anything more with it. It has a pretty cavernous area you can put things. And it's big enough to hold a fair amount. Then there's the under the cabinet storage. One cool feature is the toilet paper holder, and it unrolls to let the toilet paper back out, and then rolls back up to close. Pump flush head using lake water as the flush, and has I think a 26-gallon tank down here, and that's the water one, and that is black water. And let's see, I think that is about it. One more thing maybe. The steps going out has a nice little feature that is, I turn into a liquor cabinet, and it works very well for that. Plenty of fire extinguishers all around, all in the green. Fire on the boat's one of the worst things you could have. There's a Xantrex panel right there for the inverter. That's how you turn it on and operate it. So I think that's it. We'll go back out. I didn't name it that. Somebody else before me did. I think that's about the end of the tour. Here's the red LED lights at night. Lights it up very well. Lights the cooler up very well for getting drinks. Mainly for when you're parked, not running. And all the lights here are converted, except for one. Closets are the same, just white light all the time. The head has plenty of light, even at night in red. Doesn't attract the bugs. We have a fan also that goes right next to the window for exhaust fan or incoming air. We have that, and also in the mid cabin we have the same thing right there. There's 12 volt plugged in up front. It's a small computer fan that allows good ventilation. These are 48-inch LEDs here, and very bright. Really brighten it up very nicely, and you don't see the lights, which is wonderful. I think that's all of our night tour. This cabinet can go with it for $1,000 is what I gave for it just a few years ago, and I put shelves in it, but it's all fiberglass and pretty weatherproof. Never had any water in it or anything, but pretty heavy duty, so that would go with it. Extra money though at $1,000, and this dock box will go with it. That's part of the marina's gittings. Comes with at Camel Point Marina, and highly recommended. Keeps the boat nice and new, and back under the roof too helps quite a bit. And on the back we have 4 propellers, 2 on the Bravo 3, and then we have trolling motors on the trim tabs, and I'll show you more about those in a minute. It's like a second motor. It doesn't go very fast, but it can maneuver the boat very well in tight quarters.